How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 1 of Mail and Hobby Talk, the show that I may just do this one time only, or I may continue doing. We will see. But I figured it'd be kind of fun to throw something up, talking about the hobby, and then checking out some mail. So I threw up this little graphic in about 30 seconds. I created it on Instagram. Hope you like it. But here we go. So we're just going to jump right into it. And we're going to go into your favorite hobby hero here, Jeff Wilson. Now, why am I bringing this guy up? I've posted a lot about stuff about him in the past. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I think it's fairly interesting. He is now starting to do collecting videos. The one on the bottom here, why now is the time to collect. And then you've also got this newer video that he has about this collector here, Marshall Fogel, which is, I'm going to check this out, actually, to be honest with you. I'm happy to see him go into this. I wish he would have done this from the beginning. He was all about just his top 5 cards going up, showing all the awesome cards that he got that, increased in value or whatever. That was like his main thing in the beginning. Why couldn't we have done this in 2020? Well, because it didn't get as many views. And this is a good thing, guys, because we're getting back to the point where collectors, once again, are going to be taking over the hobby. And guys like this, they're just going to have to get with the times and start, catering some of that content to collectors, because that's what's going to gain traction. So good to see. To be honest, I'm pretty happy to see that. This is an interesting one that he did about the Backyard Breaks rigged boxes one. For months, he's been posting about hobby negativity and not giving in to hobby negativity and posting negative story posts or Instagram posts or videos or whatever. And then he comes out with this. Kind of interesting, right? I did watch it, and you know what? It was fairly entertaining. So there's another shift for you. He's jumping on the hobby negativity bandwagon, for better or worse. I do agree with some of his points in the video. I don't really have a lot to say about the Backyard Breaks thing that hasn't already been said. Does it look a little weird? Sure. Do I think they're rigged? I don't know. I'm kind of on the side more so that it's not, because it just seems like it would be a little bit too hard logistically for them to get those cases, going through all the distribution, manufacturing, and things that they'd have to manipulate to get those boxes. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but I kind of err on the side with Jeff, which is very, very interesting. So anyway, there's that. Next, we got this 84 star Michael Jordan card, which I do consider the true rookie card, right? Sold for $67,000. Just thought I'd bring it up real briefly because, look, our boy Jeff bought one for $100,000, so he's already down $30K. I guess that's not as bad as his loss on his $500,000 86 Flair Jordan that he bought back in 2021. So hey, he's making some progress there. Moving on, these are some of the podcasts I'm going to be watching either today, tomorrow, sometime this week. So I did want to throw in a couple of these. Again, I mentioned this in another video that I had. I'm going to be going more towards in my post and my story post as well about things that I enjoy. This hobby talk is just going to be to get stuff off my chest and also show you some cool stuff that you could be listening to. I love Wax Museum podcast. This sounds like a really interesting one where Kyle's going to talk about recent mail, which is always real fun. And then his eBay authentication experience, which I'm actually pretty excited to hear about that. I haven't gotten any of the eBay authentication envelopes or whatever because I haven't bought any cards that would justify it, but I'm really looking forward to that one. Another podcast I'm really looking forward to is the new Stacking Slabs podcast. This one seems really cool. I don't particularly know, or I think I may follow Austin, but I have, not taken a deep dive into his collection. But I always like hearing, podcasts talking to collectors. Those are the most fun to me. So there you go. That's my hobby news. Or sorry, hobby talk, I guess we're calling it here. Again, I'm just going to say this again. I mentioned it on another video. I think now is a great time to be a collector. I'm not going to go into like, like the auction recap, that auction that we saw, the 84 star Jordan was a recent golden auction. Most people that cover that do a way better job than me. I just thought it was kind of funny. That card's already not necessarily down, but it didn't go up in price like some people are predicted. But again, I think if you look at those as a whole, those auctions, right, a lot of people are going to be focusing on cards going down. And yeah, all cards are going down right now to a certain degree, but some stuff is not. I have not seen a drop in like 90s cards, right? A lot of the sales on like really cool iconic 90s stuff that's not like the top tier are not dropping, they're actually increasing. It's harder for me to buy the stuff. Shows me that a lot of you guys out there are actually collecting that stuff and getting into it now, and it's making it harder for me to buy it, which, to be honest, I'm kind of happy about, because that's great. It shows that there's more collectors in the space now than there was before, which is really great to see. So there you go. There's my hobby talk. Now we're going to jump into some cards, and let's go to video here. I apologize. This is like a screen capture, so I'm not going to be able to get rid of all the junk on the bottom there for you, but we're just going to jump right into some cards. So guys, if you like this format, let me know, and I may do another one. This may be the only one ever, but here's a pretty cool card I picked up for $10. Travis Hansen. Don't necessarily know much about his career. I think he was not in the league very, very long, but I do love this set. And this is the 2003-04 Black Diamond, Upper Deck Black Diamond. And this one in particular, the Rainbow Parallel, numbered out of 10. It's actually one of the lowest numbered parallels that year, surprisingly. That was LeBron James' rookie year, but these are actually pretty tough to find. So ran across it, just figured I'd buy it. I do have some other like PC players, like I have a Tim Duncan of this, and a couple other guys on like the Nuggets, but just a cool card. Next up, we got this Alex English Star 85 auto, which I thought was great. Won that one for around 15, I think it was. IP auto. And then here we go. One of the Nuggets great coaches, Doug Moe, and this is his 1989 Hoops coach card. So that one's going in my set. I did mention that I'm doing a kind of like a binder of in-person autos for the Nuggets, also going after coaches. Here's another Nuggets great, Byron Beck. This was his only NBA basketball card, I believe, because prior to this he was in the ABA, and this is when Denver Nuggets were actually I think the first year the Denver Nuggets were the Denver Nuggets. Before that it was the Denver Rockets, so that's a really cool one. And then we got another Nuggets legend, TR Dunn. Nice in-person auto. Here's one for my binder. This is the 2008-09 regular Topps gold parallel. Carmelo Anthony, needed that one. And then here's a great Kenyon Martin auto. I didn't realize it was like this thick, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of a thicker card. I do want to do a binder of kind of the Nuggets greats, and then just players that I remember that I really liked watching. So I bought this one for the binder, but I'm not sure it works with how thick it is, so we'll see. But still a great card. Got a little patch in there, a little patch piece jersey, and mostly, but still pretty cool, numbered out of 50. And then here's two for my Essentials Platinum 17-18 Essentials Platinum set, and I'm going after that entire set. It's 200 cards. I'm down under 20 now, which is awesome. So I got the Josh Richardson, which I actually have a graded copy of. If anybody collects Josh Richardson and they want a BGS 9.5, want to trade for it or something, I do have that. That's why I bought an extra, just so I don't have to bless that one. And then Serge Ibaka, two I needed. And now, check this out, guys. We got a big stack of graded cards. And I usually don't buy graded cards, but as I mentioned in another video, I think now is a really good time to buy graded, actually, because if you're not collecting, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, a real hyped rookie, all that kind of stuff, like you're collecting a player like I do, like Gary Harris, you're gonna find a lot of this stuff was graded over the last 2 years. You're gonna be able to pick it up. This one got relisted a couple times on Probstein, as we all know how that goes. I eventually just set a max bid of like 30, I think it was, and won it for 25. I always like this 2014-15 preferred set. I think they look really nice. This is the purple out of 20. Here's a PSA 10 sticker auto still, but I thought it was a pretty nice one. I like the autograph and the fact that he wrote number 14 on there. I did show off some Prism cards where he had written number 14 on there as well. One of those stickers ended up on this one, and I thought it was cool. Don't remember exactly what I paid for this. I want to say around 20 bucks. And then here's my other PC guy that I'm finding a lot of graded stuff for is Gallinari. Here's a really nice Prism Mosaic Genesis, graded a 9. Under 10 bucks on that one, pretty cool. And I mentioned this before, but check this one out. Here's Dikembe Mutombo, who, in my thoughts, because those of you who haven't heard, he is actually going through treatment for brain cancer, I believe it was, or a brain tumor maybe. But I bought this one actually prior to hearing that news. But I think right now, a lot of the 90s kind of junk wax era cards that were going for a lot of money are going to be a lot cheaper now. And I sold this card, and I think it was in the BGS 9.5 during the boom for like 200 bucks or something. Bought this one back like for 26 bucks. It's a PSA 10 too. So I'm going to be going and trying to get some of those base cards that were graded that I sold during the pandemic and reinvested into like, rare 90s stuff. I'm going to be buying that stuff back because I love these cards. And the only reason I really sold them is because they were like ridiculously priced at the time. And I was like, I kind of have to, because I want to keep collecting. I want to keep trying to get rarer cards. And so I sold off a lot of that stuff, and I didn't have any problem with it at the time, but I do at some point I'd get them back, and I think now is the time to start doing it. Here's another cool one. This 2019 Select, kind of a little slightly before they ruined it with retail and everything. This one's jersey numbered 14 out of 25. Thought that was a pretty cool one. Here's a gold Prism I found from, what is this, 1920 release, I think it was. 2021 release. I don't know, again, 15 bucks on that one, something like that. I have an extra copy of this for my binder, so this one's just going to stay in the PSA case. I think it looks nice in there. And then last up, this is one I got in a trade from Naz Nubs here on Instagram. I did trade him a AC Green that he needed for his 98-99 Metal Universe PMG set. And we landed on this one. The reason I really like this Rasheed Wallace. I traded him AC. Did I just say that? AC Green, yeah. So the reason I like this Rasheed Wallace is because you got McDice, another guy at PC, trying to block him there. I thought that was a cool photo. So when he showed me this one, I was like, hey, man, that's perfect. So I helped him out with his set and then got a cool card return. So yeah, guys, that is my hobby talk and mail day